Alright, welcome back. Today we start off our Necromancer. So first things first, we're gonna get on Diablo 2. You're gonna go either to Battle.net or single player, depending on which one you prefer to play on. Let's go to create new character. We're gonna select our Necromancer. Look at all the pretty blue flame. Then we get a name of something cool. Let's see if this one's been taken. Oh, that's sad. So then we gotta come up with another cool name. Let's see. What if we just named him Skeleton? Then we're gonna create our random world.
Good day.
We're gonna talk to Ward.
Greetings, stranger.
Alright, now if this is your first time playing Diablo, we're gonna run through some of the things you got. This is your main, this is your left click. It's got it'll be your attack or your main casting ability. This will be your right click. This is your character screen. It'll show you your stats, how much damage you're doing, your level, your name, your class, how much experience you need to your next level, how much experience you have. It'll show you your attack rating, which is how effective you are at hitting, your defense, how effective you are at dodging a hit, your stamina, which is how much energy you have for running, your life, it's pretty self-explanatory, your HP, your mana, which is over here, this little blue orb, which is your resource for casting abilities, and your resistances. You can find that on A or C. You have your inventory, you'll have your weapons. You have two different slots. You can carry weapons in second slot or main slot. To swap them is W. Your headgear slot, your amulet slot, chest slot, gloves, 2 ring slots, belt. Your belt will determine how many rows of potions you can hold, your boot slot, and then your standard inventory. You can find your inventory hotkeys is I and B. I, B. You have your skill tree. For the Necromancer, you have summoning skills. He's got Raised Skeleton, Skeleton Mastery, Clay Golem, Golem Mastery, Raised Skeleton Mage, Blood Golem, Summon Resist, Iron Golem, Fire Golem, and Revive. On Poison and Bone skills, he's got Bone Armor, Teeth, Corpse Explosion, Poison Dagger, Bone Wall, Bone Spear, Poison Explosion, Bone Prison, Bone Spirit, and Poison Nova. On curses, he's got Amplify Damage, Dim Vision, Weaken, Terror, Iron Maiden, Confuse, Life Tap, Attract, Decrepify, and Lower Resist. For the skill tree, you can press T, that's your hotkey for your skill tree. You have the party screen whenever people show up in your game on you can do it on LAN, but normally it'll be on BattleNet. When people show up in your game, they'll show up on here. That hotkey is P. You have your map. Your map will show you where you're going. That hotkey is tab. You can go to your settings, your options, go to auto map options. You can do full screen or you can do the mini map. Mini map will show up in your top right. Go to previous menu, return to game. See, now it'll show up in your top left. You have message log. That'll show all the messages that have been sent. Only if you're on BattleNet or LAN. Your quest log will show you what quest you're on or what quest you've started and have left to do. The hotkey for that is Q. And then your game menu, which will be on escape. You'll have your options. You got your sound options, video options, the auto map options. You can go full screen, mini map. You can fade out the mini map. You can show party, show the names of your party. You can center the map whenever it's cleared. Configure controls. You can change your hotkeys. Two of the hotkeys that I changed are on stand still. On the second button I put V, just because shift is kind of hard to reach the way I put my hands. I use my thumb for stand still, so I put it on V. And then I put show items is usually on Alt. I like to put it on space. I just find it more ergonomic, for my thumb. Just press space. It's a big old bar. It's hard to miss. I'm always constantly, tapping it just to see what monsters have dropped. Alright. Now, when starting out a Necromancer, you start off with a wand that gives you 1 to raise skeleton. So once you kill one enemy, you can use that. You can raise 1 skeleton. They'll do 1 to 2 damage and have 21 life. You'll go down to the bottom right of the encampment.
I am Akara.
Talk to Akara.
There is a place of great evil in the wilderness.
She'll tell you about a den. You need to look for the den in the wilderness outside the rogues camp. You're going to throw on your mini map. Press tab. You're going to head out of town. The first place you come to will be the Bloodmoor. You're going to wander around the Bloodmoor until you find an enemy. You're going to left click on him. You can then right click, which is your raised skeleton. And then he will pretty much do all the work for you. Chests. To show items on the ground, you can scroll over them and it'll show you them. Or you can press, if you've not changed your key bindings, it's on Alt, but I changed mine to space. So you want to show items, it'll show superior cap. If your character doesn't have something in that slot yet, it'll automatically equip it if you can wear it. You pick up gold, pick up quilted armor, he automatically equips it. Mana potions. If you have used a potion, if there's an empty potion slot on your belt, which is down here, if you don't have something in that slot and you pick up a potion, it'll automatically fill it. There's shrines throughout the wilderness. This one's a stamina shrine. You see how my bar turned blue down here? As long as it's blue, I can run infinitely. Once it turns yellow, it'll start depleting my stamina. Once my stamina goes down, it'll slow me down to a walk speed, and then I'll be at walk speed, which I believe is half speed. You can toggle walk and run with R. We're going to kill some monsters and level up. Now that we're in the Bloodmoor, we can start looking for the Den of Evil for our quest. If you put on your map with tab in the bottom or in the top right, see if I take it off. In the top right, nothing will appear. If you bring up auto map in the top right, it'll show you your version. It'll show you your game name if you're on Battle.net, which I am, and it'll show you what area you're in. Right now I'm in the Bloodmoor. So that's how you know where you're at currently. If you need to be, so the quest area says I need to look for a den in the wilderness, which will be in the Bloodmoor. If I pass past the Bloodmoor, it will change to the next area, which will be the Cold Plains, and then it will say the Cold Plains here, and then I know I've gone too far. So if you ever need to know where you're at and you don't have your map up, or if you do have your map up, look up here in the top right corner. It'll show you right there, second line, Bloodmoor. Right here we have the Den of Evil. Whenever your quest updates, it'll pop up right here. Just press Q.
This place.
We have to kill all the monsters in the den. So we have to go through here killing every single monster we come into contact with. Make sure you check every nook and cranny of this place, because you'll have, like, zombies who don't have a very wide aggro radius, who you'll just walk right past. And then once you've gone to the end of the den, you'll have to come back and search different nooks and crannies for monsters that you left behind. So make sure you check every little nook and cranny on the way. So with these fallen shaman, their job is, whenever you kill one of these little guys, to bring back, they revive them. So what you want to do is run past all these little guys and kill the shaman, because they'll just keep bringing these small guys back. So make sure you get all the shaman dealt with first. Alright, we leveled up, so we're gonna put all of our points in strength, so that way we can wear upgraded armors. We're gonna put another point into raise skeleton. It doesn't up their damage at all, but it does upgrade their attack, which is the chance they have to attack. And it does upgrade the amount of skeletons that we can have at one time. Your potions, if you need to use potions, they'll be on 1 through 4. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. You saw before we only had one row. That's because we picked up a sash, which is a belt. The higher grade of belt, the more rows we have of potions that we can hold. So we can now hold 2 rows of potions. We'll pick up this short sword. Alright, gotta make sure. Oh, see? I would have walked right past that. I thought that might have been a corner that we needed to check, and it was. Make sure you're checking every corner of this den. You don't want to have to backtrack. I mean, it's not a big ordeal because the den is usually not that large, given the fact that it's the first area you come in contact with. But if you want to just save yourself, you know, a couple minutes, make sure you're checking every corner of this place as you're going through it, so you don't have to backtrack. Alright, we've leveled up again. We'll pick up this Scroll of Town Portal. Scroll of Town Portals will let you go back to town. It'll open up a portal to town. Scroll of Identify. Whenever we find something magical, we'll be able to identify it. We leveled up again. We're going to put points into Vitality this time. We give ourselves more life, more stamina. We'll be able to run longer. Under skills, we're going to go Skeleton Mastery. It'll upgrade their life, upgrade their damage. They won't die as often. The more points you put into Skeleton Mastery, the better damage they'll do, the less they'll die. So you want to find a habit balance of how many skeletons you have and how much damage they do. If you have a bunch of skeletons and they all die in one hit, well, I mean, there's no real point. You know, if you run into a large group of enemies and all your skeletons get dropped, you know, then you're not going to be doing so hot. You know, if you have one skeleton and he does a bunch of damage, you know, it's going to take you a long time to kill things. So you want to find a habit balance between how many skeletons you have and how much damage they're doing. I believe the most skeletons you can get without having items that give you plus to abilities is 8, I believe. I did a double check on that. Here's our first magical item. If you see an enemy that's different colored, it usually means they're a special enemy. You see, most of these zombies are tannish in color. See, as a normal zombie, this one's blue. He's undead and he has a spectral hit. That means he's going to do extra damage on hit. And he drops a jewel, a short staff, and he's going to drop 4 potions. He's going to have a healing potion, mana potion, another healing potion. We found a chipped skull. Chipped skulls, chipped gems can be socketed into items. We have a socketed buckler right here. We're going to identify, use our scroll of identify. You're going to right click on that, left click on the jewel, which is 20 poison damage over 2 seconds and 14 to maximum stamina. You're going to want to put damage things like that into weapons. So we're not going to put that into our buckler. If you put a chipped skull into a shield, if we put this into our buckler, it'll make attacker take damage of 4. If you put it into a weapon, it'll give you 2% life stolen per hit and 1% mana stolen per hit. If you put it into an armor, it'll regenerate mana 8% and replenish life 2. And the same for helms. So we're going to identify this short staff. We're going to put this chipped skull in this shield. Then we're going to equip the shield over here. We're going to put our mana potion above our other mana potion. need to check our thing. We need 2 monsters. There's 2 monsters left in this den. And right there they are. 2 zombies left. We've now completed it. When you've completed it, when you've completed the Den of Evil, light will appear throughout the den, signifying that you've completed it. Your quest will update. You'll need to return to Akara. You can either run back to town, or you can go through the portal. Go over to Akara.
You have cleansed the Den of Evil. You've earned my trust.
You talk to her and she'll give you an extra skill point.
Humanity. Hello.
Sell stuff that you've picked up. Okay, so blue items will sell usually for more than white items. Yellow items will usually sell for more than blue items. In early game, like throughout the first act, I'll usually pick up just about almost every blue item, just to get myself some gold. That way we can make sure we got enough to buy potions, other things that we might need. If there's a weapon or whatever, or armor that we want, we can go ahead and buy that. So we have 2,000 gold right now. I suggest you pick up a Tome of Town Portal. Tome of Town Portal will hold 20 scrolls of Town Portal. It'll tell you the quantity. I usually tuck that over here in the right corner. And I would suggest buying a Tome of Identity and a couple scrolls of identity. It'll also hold 20. Then we're going to identify this. We'll sell it. Now, Akara will sell... She doesn't sell any armor. These are only armors that I've already sold to her. She sells wands for necromancers, scepters for paladins, and staves for sorceresses. So while we're here, we can look at some of the wands. This one says 2 to Teeth, 1 to Dim Vision, 1 to Skeleton Mastery. But they tend to be pretty expensive if they give something to an ability. Yeah, see, this one's 2 to Skeleton Mastery and 1 to Bone Armor with 10% faster cast rate, and it's 17,000. We only have 2,000 right now.
Greetings. Welcome, Outlander.
A person who has an
glorious
exclamation mark above their head
know
will have a
my
quest
rogue
for you
scouts
or
have
want to talk to you. So we've completed Den of Evil. Now we've started Sister's Burial Ground. We need to go find Blood Raven in the burial ground next to the Cold Plains. We'll go to your stash, which is found right here next to this barrel on the wagon, just above the campfire in the middle of town. We're going to deposit this later, for later. We're going to put our new skill into Curses. We're going to put it into Amplify Damage. Then we're going to come down here and click on this. We're going to put this on F1 and put this we're going to put Raise Skeleton on F2, put Amplify Damage on F1. Then you can scroll through it on your scroll wheel. So we'll be able to scroll through Raise Skeleton and Amplify Damage.
Hi there. I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp.
We're going to
What
talk
you
to
need?
Charcy. Repair our gear. If you don't repair your gear, it will break. Durability 20 of 20. Durability 12 of 12. That's how you'll know. If it breaks, it will become useless. Like you won't receive the 6 defense bonus from it. Alright, then we go back through our portal. Run through the den. Back up to the Bloodmoor. Then we're going to want to find the Cold Plains. Now, with amplified damage, you cast it on enemies, and the enemies take 100% damage. So it doubles the damage they take. So what you want to do is build up an army of skeletons, your golem, whenever we're able to get that, which will be level 6. At level 6, we get clay golem. We're going to want to build up skeletons, the amount of skeletons we have and the amount of damage they do. So we're going to want to build up skeletons, have the golem, then we're going to cast amplified damage on an enemy so they take double damage, and then let our minions just do the work, basically. We'll come to here. You see Flavy or Flavy, or however she wants to pronounce her name. If you see Flavy, that means you've hit the Cold Plains. Rejuvenation potions will be purple. Light healing potions will be red. Mana potions will be blue. Healing potions will heal over time. Mana potions will heal over time. Rejuvenation potions will heal instantly. 36 or 35% of life and mana. Stamina potions will heal your stamina. You leveled up. So we're going to put 5 more into strength, since we're still attacking enemies. We're going to put another one into raised skeleton, so now we have 3. Now we have 3 skeletons. Every once in a while, in the skills, they'll kind of plateau. I think we'll have to put another one into raised skeleton, and it will just up their. It will just up their. It will just up their attack and defense and life. And then I think after we put 2 more into it, it'll go up to 4. I don't remember exactly how many points it is into it before you get the 4th one, and then the 5th. But sometimes they have plateau levels. You pick up keys because sometimes chests are locked. I like to have, you know, stack of keys will be 12. I like to have you know, as many keys in a stack as I can get on me at one time. I don't want to carry multiple stacks and waste space, but I like to have, you know, a stack of keys on me if I can. Alright, now we're searching for the burial grounds. You want to watch about just casting amplified damage on everything, because whenever you first get it, it does cost 4 mana and you only have 30 mana, so you do go through mana pretty quick. So unless all these little fallens are grouped up, I wouldn't even bother casting it on those, because by the time you're level 4, I mean, they're really getting, you know, one shot anyway. Alright, we've made it to the burial ground and now we need to kill Bloodraven. Now Bloodraven can be kind of a pain. She's pretty quick. And she has a big army.
My army will destroy.
And she poisons you. I like to take care of her army first. I mean, she will continue summoning them, but it's only like one at a time. I like to take care of the bulk of the army first. Unfortunately, I need to go back to town. Oh wait, I have a mana potion right here. We'll put these in here. Rejuvenation potions. We'll raise skeletons. And she will cast amplified damage on you. There you go, she is dead. She usually drops some blue items. Let's see, we got an amulet, a short bow, a small shield. Now we need to turn to Kasia for a reward.
Bloodraven.
We'll go through the portal.
Hello. I can hardly believe
Now,
that
whenever you
defeated
defeat Bloodraven and go back to her,
Well,
she'll
was
give
once
you
my
a
closest friend.
she'll give you a mercenary. She'll give you a helper. A rogue who uses a bow.
Yes?
Now you can either go find enemies to find out whether she's giving you a fire or cold rogue. I prefer cold rogues just because they slow down enemies, so that way they have a longer time getting to me. It slows down their melee attacks. I usually don't even bother finding out. I'll just go scroll through here, find a cold one, usually whatever's like the highest level. So we'll go with, you know, let's go with Kyle. Boom. Kyle. Then
Good to see you.
We'll go identify this bow. Sell it. Identify the shield. Sell it. Sell that. Repair our armor. Then you can press O, and that shows you your helper's stats, what level they are, how much life they have, their strength, dexterity, damage, defense, and their resistances. Now, what's important is their strength and dexterity, because that tells you what armor they can wear, that and their damage. Strength, she has 34, and she has a dexterity of 43. So now we can scroll through Charge's inventory and find something that she can wear and use as far as a weapon and armor goes. So she has a strength of 34 and a dexterity of 43. So we need to go through armor. She's got a strength of 34, so she can wear this studded armor, which is the highest that Charcy has to offer. But this one is two-socketed. So what we might do, this is 32, and it's 22. Alright, we'll buy this cap. See what she has for weapons. She has a dexterity of 43, so we'll buy her this, which does 7 poison damage over 3 seconds. We'll buy her the 2-socketed armor. Then we'll come down here. We'll put this socket. See, it does 20 poison damage over 2 seconds. I believe that will work in armor. We're gonna find out. We'll put that.
I'll put that to good use.
Her defense is up to 25. Her damage goes from 1 to 4. Oh, she can't use this yet. Dexterity 28. Why can't she use it? Oh, because it's required level 3. Okay. Okay, well, her damage is 1 to 4.
I'll put that to
Now
good
it's 21
use.
to 24. Because the jewel that I put in there gives 20 damage, poison damage, over 2 seconds. The maximum stamina is useless for her. We'll go find a different bow that she can use. If Charcy doesn't have it, Geed might have it. Geed is in the bottom left.
A necromancer. Let's
Or top
deal,
left.
my friend.
We'll buy her a longbow. It's only normal attack speed as opposed to the fast attack speed. But that's gonna require her to level up, and that could take a few minutes, and I'm not gonna wait for it. We might find a magical bow or a rare bow before that even comes to fruition.
I'll put that to good use.
Now she does 25 to 38.
Put that to good use.
Okay, we'll go talk to Akara.
It is clear. Good day.
We're gonna buy more scrolls of identify. I wouldn't buy a whole lot. We're only gonna buy like 5. Now we get to go save Deckard Cain. Once we get Deckard Cain, he'll be able to identify our items. We'll have no longer a need for that Tome of Identify. I buy it anyway just because it's 280 gold and it only takes up 2 slots, and I don't want to have a bunch of Scrolls of Identify taking up my inventory space. So right now we need to go through the Dark Wood and search for the Tree of Inifis. The Dark Wood will be past the Cold Plains, so if we went down and to the right and that was the burial grounds, if we go down and to the left, that should be the Stony Field. We'll search for the waypoint in the Stony Field. That way we can come back to it. There's also standing stones that we need to find in the Stony Field, because we'll need to come back to that. We'll be opening a portal there to go through later. Should be leveling up here shortly. And I should have bought mana potions when I was in town, but I didn't. It's okay. I don't really need them. I just won't cast amplify damage so much. We found a well. Well will replenish health, mana, and stamina. Leveled up again. We're going to put another point in Skeleton Mastery. Whenever I put another point into Skeleton Mastery, I like to resummon all my skeletons just to make sure they have the upgraded damage. I'm going to put a couple points into Energy. Just so we have a little more mana to cast Amplify damage. You don't want to overload points into Energy. I can't remember the exact points of energy you really need for like the end, but like I know, you know, I mean, you want to be able to cast, you know, your curses enough to keep them on bosses later on in the game. Alright, we've made it to the Stony Field. These standing stones is what I was talking about right here. In the middle of the standing stones, we have Rakanishu. He's lightning enchanted. Whenever you hit him, he'll shoot out little lightning bolts, and they have the potential to do a lot of damage. I usually try not to fight him. So you can see my health is getting chunked. Found a ring. Found a spiked club.
Thank you.
we're gonna identify this rune real quick. Gives us 10% faster cast rate. We'll be able to throw amplified damage up a little quicker. We're just going to identify this unique spike club real quick. Stout Nail Spike Club, 100% enhanced damage, 7 of vitality, magic damage reduced by 2, attacker takes damage of 10, and 50% damage to undead. Let's see. We'll identify this sash. Fire resist, we'll put that on. Since we took our wand off, it dropped our skeletons back down to 2. That's okay. We'll just put another point in the skeletons. Since I'm still doing a lot of attacking, I just figured I'd put this on, you know, real quick. I'll be able to, you know, still one-shot things. Okay, since we found the stones, that's nice. We still need to find the waypoint for Stony Field, so that way we can just waypoint back to it. Yeah, we're just one-shotting the skeletons, not even having to put amplified damage on any of them. Alright, if you find this moldy tomb,
And so
or
it
moldy
came to
tome,
pass that the
it will
countess,
start
who wa-
the quest line for the Forgotten Tower. That's how you start the quest to kill the Countess. The Countess will drop runes early game. That's how a lot of people find their runes for rune words. Runes are... they're like gems, but they're little stones with little symbols on them. They have different like attributes attached to them. If you put certain runes in socketed items in particular orders, they create a rune word which will have effects of their own. Especially like creating item, like you can like craft an item, and they're really, really powerful, and they can get you really, really far in the game. Now we found a skill shrine. Skill shrines, see, we have 2 into skeleton mastery and 2 into raised skeleton. If you put on a skill shrine, it'll up your skills by, I think, 2. Yeah, so we got 4 and 4. So now we can raise skeletons. Alright, now we're just searching for that waypoint. We leveled up again. We'll put another point into skeleton mastery. Oh, we level 6. I should have put one into mud golem. It's okay though. I'll put more into strength, and then we're gonna put some into dexterity so we can wear better armor when we come upon it. Found another skill shrine. That'll just make it last a little bit longer. They don't stack. See, we're still 4 and 5. It should be around here somewhere. There's not too much. I haven't checked yet. Oh. Pop a stamina potion just to, so we can run some more. Check these chests. Oh, ring. We'll identify that ring real quick. 1 to energy and 4 to mana. Just gives us a little bit extra. When you hear that creak sound off the chest, watch out. It's either going to catch on fire, shoot out a circle of lightning, or launch a fireball at you. Oh, I've been all over this place. Is it tucked off way back here in the corner? There it is. Alright, we finally got the waypoint. After running around this place, 3 or 4 different times. And using up literally all of our stamina potions. Alright, now we have to head through the underground passage. It'll put us out in the Darkwood. We'll have to find the tree. Pick up that hunter's bow. Oh. Sometimes it does that. Sometimes it kicks us out. Fulminating potion. I pick up fulminating potions just because they tend to sell, kind of, like, they tend to sell kind of high, and they stack. I think they stack like, it was like 12 or 20. 12 or 20, and you can sell them for like things like 200 or something like that. Just for one slot. So I like to pick those up. I feel like it's just like a good value for space. Stancil32 with the follow. Thank you. Sorry, my stream manager got froze. I had to restart it. I didn't catch that. It was way back at 11:11. If you're still in here, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Alright, we leveled up again. We're going to get ourselves our clay golem now. We'll add that to F3. Pop our clay golem. We'll put points into dexterity now to give ourselves 30. Just so we have...
I can't carry anymore.
Just so we have the stats we need to wear better armor when we get it. You know, if I've missed any chats, I apologize. It's been frozen, so... But I fixed it now, so feel free to chat. Let me know what you're doing. How your day's going. Okay, so in the underground passage, you have the opening to the Darkwood, and you have level 2. If you go to level 2, it leads to a chest that'll usually have, like, better loot in it. Oh, here we go. Heart of Pain. It was a chip topaz. Pick up the rejuvenation potion. If there's a better potion on the ground, like a light potion over a minor potion, I'll just go ahead and pop that light potion and have it going and pick up the better potion and then try to run into some enemies, you know. See, we got the locked chest. That's why we bring our keys. We'll pick up all this gold just because there's a lot of it. In Diablo 2 Resurrected, you won't have to click on all this gold, and that's one of the things that I'm most excited about, you know, other than just the crazy changing graphics and how everything looks much more just, you know, beautiful. So we got a dagger, a throwing knife, and a hand axe. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop this quilted armor. It's just socketed. Let's go pick up the hand axe. We'll go back to town real quick. I was at the 3-socketed hunter's bow. That's nice. Our helper is now level 5. That happened really fast. We'll drop the topaz in there and
I'll put that to good use.
give her the hunter's bow just because it's got a faster attack speed. She's doing, you know, more damage now. I mean, with the topaz socketed in there and it gives 1 to 8 lightning damage. I mean, she's doing 25 to 39 here. She's doing 25 to 41, and I still have 2 more socket slots. So if we find some gems, we'll go ahead and throw them in there.
What you need?
We'll go and repair. We'll go down to Akara and
Greetings.
identify our stuff. Just identify this large axe. 1000 gives increased attack speed, 1 to 7 lightning damage, poison resist. Like I said, we don't want to buy up too many identifies at one time, just because we're about to get Decker Kane and he'll start identifying our stuff for free. So alright, we only had a stack of 4, so it only sold for 48, but you start stacking them up and getting full stacks of them, and they start going for like 200, so We'll just buy a couple more because I like to be able to identify in the field. You know, if I get a ring, you know, if I get a unique like I did on that spike club or whatever, I want to know what it is right then and there. I get antsy. Okay. Alright, now we gotta go find the Darkwood. Strangling gas potion. That's another one of those that if you get a stack of them, they sell for, you know, quite a bit. I should have picked up some stamina potions. If you ever run out of stamina, just switch to walk, let your stamina come back. You can just do that by pressing R. You know, let it go ahead and let it fill up. It fills up, you just go ahead and whack that R button. Take out all these shaman. Take out all the shaman first. Make sure they're not bringing people back all the time. We didn't even talk about the mud golem, but we can't talk about that now. Alright, so 100 life, so it starts out with like quite a bit of life. Just right off the rip. Okay, so it starts out with 100 life. I mean, I only have 78. So it's already starting off with more than me. Low damage, it's 2 to 6, but it's not there for the damage. It's there for the slow enemies. Okay, it's just there to be a big old meat shield. So you got 100 life. It'll slow enemies 11%. As you go up on the as you go up in the skill points into it, it'll slow them even more. And it'll go in more in life. But we're not going to bother putting points into it because later on we'll get items that give 1 to all skills, or we even might pick up like a wand that gives, you know, 1 to clay golem or something like that that has a stat that we want. Like say it's got like, you know, 2 to raise skeleton or 2 to skeleton mastery, and then it'll have like 1 to clay golem. We might do that. So we really just kind of put 1 point into it. It's kind of just like a 1 point wonder. But it's basically just there to be a big old meat shield. You don't really need any resources to summon it but mana, so you can just kind of keep throwing it on out there. Not really great for bosses. Bosses are really, you know, bosses are one-shot until later. But just for mobs. Alright, we found the Darkwood. See, what we want to do here is we want to find the tree. It'll drop a scroll. Shift amethyst, we'll pick that up. We'll drop our amethyst into there. Give us a little bit of extra strength. We don't really have any other need for it. It just makes the armor look pretty and purple. It'll show up as a tree. It's always protected by tree head woodfist. We did level up. Put points into vitality. We'll put a point into weaken. We're not going to use it though. What we'll do is we got a point into amplify damage. We'll put a point into weaken. We'll put a point into terror. Well, then we'll put a point into decrepify. Later on, if we want, we will put a point into Iron Maiden, put a point into life tap, get a point into lower resist. If we want. But we don't have to. We can just do decrepify. Alright. Now we go click on the tree. It drops the scroll. The scroll we need to return to Akara. She'll translate the scroll. It'll tell us what order we need to touch those stones in that we found back in Stony Field. That'll open the portal. But if we want to come back here and we don't want to have to go through the underground passage again, we need to find the waypoint. We gotta find the waypoint. Now we gotta trudge through this area until we find the waypoint. Navigate all the shaman. Find the shaman, kill the shaman. Find the shaman, kill the shaman. Try not to get picked up by skeleton archers in the process. Alright. Now, apparently we haven't repaired in a little while because our gloves have broken. When something breaks on your character, it'll show up underneath. Whenever you have, it'll show up in the top right. Whenever you have your map up, it'll show right underneath your information of where you're at and the version you're running. It'll show what's broken. My gloves are broken, so if I go in here and I look at my gloves, they'll be showing up red. 0 durability, useless. They're just regular low quality leather gloves. They had low durability to begin with, so we're just going to pitch them. Poof, we don't need them. Wow, it's gone. You pick them up, you can't even equip them. Or you can equip them, but they're broken, so they're useless. We'll equip that. It's got more defense and a faster hit recovery. Alright, this is going to take us to the Black Marsh. I guess if we wanted to, since there's no real need to go back to Darkwood, I guess we could just go to the Dark, or go to the Black Marsh and find the waypoint here. Yellow dagger. Then we just, take off to the right and boom, right there, right there. Okay, so now we go back to the rogue encampment. That was quick. I'm glad that was so fast.
Hello. Oh, very...
Talk to her. She translates it. Sell off some of this stuff. We save these rejuvenation potions for boss fights. They're kind of nice. They heal instantaneously. We're gonna save that dagger to, I guess we could just identify it and sell off our tome right now. Alright. Look at that. Wow. We'll get rid of that. Sell off our tome. Drop the key over here. Set that off to the side. Once we touch all the stones, that disappears anyway. Something I didn't talk about. Once you complete the Den quest, you can then reset your stat and skill points. It resets all these, and you can then reallocate them to whatever level you are. You know, I'm level 8, so however many stat or skill points I've built up so far that I've allocated into these, it would then reset those. I could then reallocate them. Skill tree. I built up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've now built up 8 points. I could then reallocate them to my skill tree. I have no need to do that. I've built correctly so far. If you for some reason mess up, you can do that. But I would really suggest you don't. Try to look up, you know, how to build before you do it. You want to save them for whenever you get into later levels to reset your skills. You get 1 in normal, 1 in nightmare, 1 in hell. Alright, let's go to Stonyfield. We'll run over here to the stones. No, a little glitch there. A little glitch. Alright. Now you can read the paper. You know, it tells you. But you can also just run and just touch them until one of them lights up. Find and rescue Deckard Cain. You go into Tristram.
All that's left of proud
If you
Tristram
go up here,
are ghosts and ashes.
fight all these skeletons, touch the body catches fire. If you take a right turn after the body, you got building, take a right turn.
Help!
Touch Deckard's cage, he gets out, opens a portal. Then you can go around. Griswold is the unique here. Light crossbows usually aren't worth it. Wurt's Leg. You can combine Wurt's Leg and a Scroll of Town portal after you've beaten the game to open the Secret Cow level. Don't tell anyone I told you that. The Secret Cow level doesn't exist. For anyone who asks, it doesn't exist. Alright, we will pick up that short stuff though. Alright, we do have room for the light crossbows, so we will just pick them up.
as a token of regrettably. Good day.
Identify our items.
You have risked your...
She'll give you a
Yes?
ring. Alright. See, now Decker Kane will be below the campfire, and you can talk to him, and if you have something that's needs to be identified, you can click identify on it, and he'll do it for free. We no longer need the Tome of Identify. So, now, we can go back to the Black Marsh, search for the Lost Temple.
Good to see
We need
you.
to talk
when
to
I fled the
Charcy,
monastery, I left. Good day.
repair our items. We also need to search for the Herodric Malice that was left in the monastery barracks. And we're about halfway through the stream, so I'm going to take a bathroom break. I will be right back. Alright, we are back. Okay, we need to go back to the Black Marsh through our waypoint. Need to find the Lost Temple and show you what a Countess run is. Okay, we've leveled up, so we're going to put more points into strength. Put another point into Ray Skeleton. This should be the Tomo Highland. That is Tomo Highland. Tomo Highland will lead us to the monastery where we will find the barracks and the Harajic Malice. Forgotten Temple will be a big castle structure. If you come upon it, you won't miss it. There it is. Right here. We'll go on the inside, go into the cellar.
This place.
There's 5 levels. I heard a ping. Diamond. Level 2. Level 3. Light mana potion. We're getting there. Won't be long before we're facing Andario. It's the end of Act 1.
I can't carry anymore.
Every once in a while, you had to play inventory Tetris. slot. And we leveled up again. Okay, so it is at level 6 that you get your 4th skeleton. More points into dexterity. Now we get to kill the Countess. The Countess will be in the furthest back room. This place is completely symmetrical, so you can either go to the left or the right. If you go in here, she lights up both doorways, so it's hard to get in. Just be aware of that. You don't want to be standing in a doorway. She'll drop 1 to 3 runes. I don't think there's a time where she's ever dropped 0. I think she always drops at least 1. And you can get anywhere from an L, I think, all the way to a RAL in normal.
Yes. I am overburdened.
The first time you kill her for this quest, this chest opens. Later on, if you come back into this quest, this chest will not open. It will do the animation, all the smoke will go towards it, but this chest won't open. It's okay, there's nothing really great in it anyway. Alright, let's go back to town. We'll identify our items.
Well, good evening.
Quest completed.
Good evening.
She dropped 2 Tau runes. Weapons, it gives 76 poison damage over 5 seconds. Armor is poison resist 30. Shield is poison resist 35. But it requires level 17, which we are nowhere near. Magic damage reduced by 1 amulet. I will wear that. We'll buy a couple extra stamina potions. We will check the weapons. 1 to corpse explosion. Oh, that's something I need to be building into and I'd forgotten about it. 1 to weaken, 2 to teeth, 1 to amplify damage. Alright. There's also a little trick you can do. You can run out of town, which is Bloodmore. Go back to the rogue encampment. And her inventory will have changed.
Greetings.
Now, if you want, you can keep doing that until you find what you want. It can be really time consuming though. And sometimes, you know, this early on, it's just not worth it. Now later on, if you want to find like a staff to make a certain rune word, if you want to make a leaf staff, which is a staff for fire sorceresses, they give extra points into fire skills, and you need to find a 2-socketed staff, and you want to find something with certain points on it, then you can keep running in and out, in and out, in and out until you find, you know, the right staff for that. But this early on, I just don't think there's any point in spending that much time on it. We'll put our runes over here. deposit our gold. Now, we do need to put our next 2 points into teeth and then into corpse explosion. We need 1 point into corpse explosion. And whenever we get that, I'll show you what it does. Let's go back to the Black Marsh. Go to the Tamo Highland to find the barracks, to find Charcy's hammer. Almost every time I find the barracks, almost always like up and to the right.
This place has the stench of demons about it.
Now if you go towards the center, you'll find the outer cloister waypoint. It's a static waypoint. The inner cloister waypoint, the outer cloister waypoint, and the cold plane waypoints are all static waypoints. They're always in the same spot. Alright, in the barracks. A bunch of casters in here. Gotta be careful. Got a little hairy there for a second. About to level again. We'll put a point into teeth, which will prep us to put a point into corpse explosion. Corpse explosion would have been handy right there, and I'll show you why once we get it. Put a point into teeth. Next point will be into corpse explosion. We'll put more points into string. Right now we're searching for the Heraldric Malice in the barracks. It'll be guarded by the smith. He hits pretty hard. We found it. He'll be blue. Right there he is. The smith. He's extra strong. I heard a ping, which means you dropped a chip sapphire.
I can't carry anymore.
Pick up this spear. We'll go pick up the Heraldric Malice. It'll show up as a little hammer on your mini-map. Return to Charcy. Throw open a town portal.
Stay a while.
Identify our items.
Oh, thanks so much for...
Now that we have given her that, she'll imbue an item. You can only
What can I do
give
for
her... It can't be magic, socketed, rare, unique, or set, and there's no jewelry. So we'll sell our items to her. Alright, now that we got that sapphire, we'll put the sapphire in the bow for our helper, just to give her a
I'll put that
little
to
extra
good
damage.
use.
It is certain that
We get the quest for Andariel, now that we've made it into the barracks. He's like, yeah, you're in the barracks. I'm pretty sure we're fighting Andariel. And I'm like, I don't know how you could have known that. You weren't there. Grand Charm. You always want to pick charms up. We don't have any scrolls to identify that at the moment, but we will identify it when we get the chance. A little bit of lag. I didn't mean to pick that up. Now we're searching for the jail. Picked up a yellow hunter's bow. Me putting those gems in that one hunter's bow might be completely pointless. Alright, here's the jail. Jail level 1.
Ah, the slow torture of caged starvation. Random poison resist shrine.
Now we'll be searching for the second level of the jail. Necromancer might be one of the slower plays. Just because it takes a little while to build up. One, your army, and then two, it takes a little while for your army to kill things. You can go through the game a little bit quicker, a lot quicker, with like a sorceress. But the nice thing about the Necromancer is you're very rarely in danger. You can spend a lot of your time just looting, letting your minions do the work. We found level 3 real fast. Alright, pick up that axe. Light healing potion. Let's see. And then after jail level 3 should be coming up on the inner cloister, I believe. Another grand charm. Superior longbow, is that ethereal longbow? Or is that socketed longbow? Let's head back to town real quick. Just to get some of this stuff identified.
Good to see you.
Good day.
%chance to cast level 1 amplified damage on striking, 3 to maximum damage, 49% chance, 49% damage to undead, 75 to attack rating against undead, adds 1 to 2 cold damage, lightning resist 8%. 3 to dexterity on that. Faster hit recovery and defense floor. Will keep that. We'll go 50-50 on mana health potions. Let's see what the difference in here is. 28,
I'll put that to
26.
good use. I'll put that to good use.
I mean, she's got a chance to cast amplify damage on it, so we'll do that. Trade. Dump that. 3 socketed armor. Oh, I can't do that because she's got that gem in it. Trade. Trade. Okay. Deposit these. One socketed bow. Alright, we leveled up again. Now we'll get Corpse Explosion, and I'll show you what it does. Let's put this on F4. More points into dexterity. Nothing down this way. Searching for the inner cloister. Preserved head. Preserved head, unraveler heads, zombie heads, shrunken heads, all that kind of stuff are offhand items for necromancers. So make sure you're picking those up. Beneficial. You can see this one's got 2 to bone armor and 2 to teeth. Now, I don't know that for us, that's more useful than the 12% damage taken goes to mana. So, we're not going to use it right now. But if it was like something to raise skeleton or something like that, then we would have used it. Clay Golem, Skeleton Mastery, we would have used it. Chip skull. What is this? It? This is not it. This is just weapon racks. I feel like we're coming up on it though. Okay, but what Corpse Explosion does is whenever you've killed something, it'll explode the corpse for 70 to 120% percent of the corpse life. So whatever the corpse was, it'll explode for 70 to 120% of whatever the total life was of that corpse. So once you get, going on a group of enemies, like, it can start rolling. If you're in a group of enemies, you can really lay waste to a group of enemies really, really quick. For bosses, not so much. But I do want to switch this one. This one's going to be F4. This is going to be F1. I want it to be on scroll down instead of scroll up. Alright, we found the inner cloister. Inner cloister is another static waypoint. Right before the cathedral. Head down to the catacombs. At catacombs level 4 is Andario, which is the end of Act 1. Found an amulet. Do we have a scroll? We do have a scroll. Amulet gives us 6 to life and 10 to maximum stamina. We have found catacombs at level 2. Alright, so if that one was down, my general rule of thumb is if you find a step down, there it is, 3. Going through this. Now watch, this one will take a while to find. But my general rule of thumb is if you find steps, say you find them in the bottom right, try heading like top left. Just head in the general opposite direction, you know. I find it works. There's another preserved head. We're going to make sure we pick that up so we can find out what that is. We're overburdened. We're going to head back to town. Unburden ourselves. Identify items.
Good to see you.
Hey, if you enjoy the stream, enjoy the content, don't be afraid to, you know, follow. If you don't want to get notifications for it, you can turn notifications off. On these boots, we got cold resist 8%, half freeze duration, and poison length reduced by 25%, which would be nice. It's a lot of good stats, you know, on one item. Lightning resist 10%. That's nice. That's a nice stat too. All right, we got 2 to bone armor and 2 to teeth. That's the old preserved head that we hadn't picked up. That we haven't picked up the other one yet. That's the old one. Let's go down to Akara. Let's buy a couple of scrolls. Deposit this skull that I keep passing over. Plop. plop that right in there. Alright, let's go pick up this preserved head. Preserved head. It's useless. Just 2 to 7 poison damage. Hawk helm. Just 2-socketed. We can dump that. Alright, searching for level 4. But also wouldn't mind getting one more level before we wind up fighting them. Get that extra skeleton in. Here we go. We have a might aura. Oh, that lightning. Here we go. This one's gonna be tricky. Yeah, we got more of them. Alright, a helper did a lot of the work there, which is nice. We're into a bit of a hairy situation there. Okay. Alright, we're 3/4 of the way to leveling again. And by the looks of it, we'll probably wind up leveling before we do wind up finding level 4. Which is alright by me. And if we do find level 4, there might be enough enemies on level 4 where we can level up before we step into her throne room. But here it is, right here. I don't know that we're gonna get it. We might level on Andariel. Well, I don't know. We got champions. Ah, we're so close. We did level. Let's get another one in. Oh, there we go. Should kill everything. Dump some points into vitality. Let's walk up in here, go down a TP.
Greetings.
The Sisterhood welcomes you.
What can I do for you?
Alright, we'll pitch some of this stuff. We're gonna buy this belt. This will give us an extra layer of potions. Then I know it may seem weird, but we're just gonna face tank Andaria. We're gonna head off to the Black Marsh. Let's get our skeleton army going. We can get 4 total. Head back to the encampment. Get ready to pop a portal. I'm thinking Dario's in this room. There we go. We got a regular full skull, a chipped ruby, a chipped sapphire, a yellow helm, and a yellow belt. And that's how we fight Andario as a necromancer in
Back to
Act
the
1.
hell that spawned you, Andariel.
This is a great victory indeed, but many more battle. Good day.
Good day.
Hello.
And what I have Charcy
Good
do
to see you.
is, let's see, we got attack rating 2 to strength, cold resist, attacker takes damage of 1. %, faster hit recovery. That's big. Enhanced defense, maximum stamina, lightning resist 8%. That's useful whenever it comes to Act 2. You have scarabs that whenever you hit them, they send out a shock web that has potential to do quite a bit of damage. So poison limit reduced by 25%. That's nice. So we'll put that on. 10% faster hit recovery, attack rating, enhanced defense, lightning resist. We'll wear that for now. Alright. Then we'll go put our skull over here. Drop our gems. Throw our rejuvenation potions back over here. We'll talk to Wariv to go east.
Where can I take you?
The first thing I like to do whenever I get to Act 2 is fill up my potion belts with better potions. So we've just got those. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we steal all this stuff from her.
I know much of... Hello.
Sell off that. Sell the bow.
I bet you wonder how this... Who goes there?
Now, for a Necromancer, you can go 1 of 2 routes. A lot of people that I've seen go offensive. That's Blessed Aim Aura, which gives them increased attack rating. It just gives their skeletons a better chance to hit, so more damage. Or you can go the defensive route and make sure your skeletons die less with the defensive one. I think we're going to go offensive. Or you could we could go get Itheleth, which is the rune word that you need to make Malice. Give Art Helper the rune word Malice. Get a prayer mercenary, which would heal our skeletons. But I think just, so we're not going through trying to search for, we'll save Countess runs for, a different video. We will stick with an offensive Act 2 helper. Give them this.
I'll put that to good use.
Give them the 10% chance to cast level 3 charge bolt when struck helm.
I'll put that to good use.
And we'll just find them a regular pole arm for now.
I'll put that to good use.
And then what we'll be focusing on next, we need to put a point into terror. To set us up for Decrepify. We need to put a point into Skeletal Mage to set us up for the Revive. Put a point into Golem Mastery to give us the, big extra boost. And then we need to start putting more points into Skeleton Mastery and Ray Skeleton. So tomorrow we'll do Act 2. That's been Act 1 and starting out with your Necromancer. If you have any questions, I should have the socials linked in the description. You can hit me up on any of them. If you want to toy around with the points, there's on my Twitter and on my Facebook, I have a skill app that you can toy around with, Necromancer and all the other classes. Find out, all your different, how many points you need to have in this raised skeleton to give you an extra one, so on and so forth. Tomorrow we'll be back at 11, roughly 11 to 2. We might run short like today, just depending on how fast we get through it. I schedule it out 3 hours just so we have enough time to answer any questions you might have, and to make sure we get through, the act we're going through. Tomorrow will be Act 2, same time, 11 to 2. Wednesday, I have something going on in the morning. We're going to push it back to, I think, 12. We should be doing Act 3. Depending on how quickly we get through Act 3, we might do Act 4 as well. Sometimes it goes quick, sometimes it goes super slow. So, tomorrow Act 2, Thursday Act 3, possibly Act 4. I will see you all tomorrow.